Dear all, greetings from Istanbul Airport, IGA Academy. It's our sincere privilege and honor to host this webinar with our distinguished guests. Welcome to the very first edition of Gateway Talks hosted by IGA Academy. We are truly grateful for your participation in this event and which holds significant importance for us and we believe will lead to exciting future developments. Today, we have gathered in our webinar titled Gateway Talks, The Art of Airport Hospitality, Exploring Best Practices at Airports. Hospitality is a key focus area for Istanbul Airport, as it is for the entire aviation industry. In today's world, where digital platforms handle much of our interaction, the value of services that create memorable personal experiences is increasingly important. Today, we will explore the role of hospitality within the aviation sector. So, before we begin, I would like to introduce our esteemed speakers who will provide valuable insights on this topic. So, we have Mr. Demir İkol, Senior Vice President of Airport Experience and Training at ACI World. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Mr. Kevin Kesey Lee, Assistant General Manager of Customer Services at Hong Kong Airport. Welcome, Mr. Kevin.
Hello.
Hello. And Mr. Wing Kim, Director of International Relations at Incheon Airport. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Mr. Abdülkadir Demirtaş, Senior Manager of Customer Experience at IGA Istanbul Airport. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Asena.
Once again, very, very welcome to everyone. We are delighted to have you with us and are especially appreciate your participation in our inaugural webinar. Now, to gain a detailed understanding of the importance of hospitality and its impact on the aviation industry, we would like to start with Mr. Demir İkol. Mr. Demir, welcome again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. If you don't mind, I've prepared a short presentation just to set the scene. So I will try to share my screen with you.
Sure. Right after the question, I will take your presentation if it's okay. We are really wondering, could you begin by discussing the importance of the hospitality and customer experience in airports? As ACI World leads in this area, how are airports adapting to evolving expectations and what key strategies should they focus on to improve passenger and employee satisfaction? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. That's such a really interesting question that you're asking. But if you allow me, before answering specifically your question, I will just go back to about what is airport experience management. So basically, as you can see on my screen, I'm not speaking about customer experience. I'm really speaking about airport experience. And that's something really important for me, for ACI World, because these days, as you know, an airport is such a complex business. It's almost like a city. So you cannot really focus on customer experience without speaking of focusing about airport experience, including, of course, the customer, but the employee and all the stakeholders involved at the airport. So basically, what is airport experience? Just to set this in, customer experience is not customer service. Customer experience is really how customer perceive their interaction with an airport. And basically, we can define that with all the sum of interaction that you can have through the airport community. Because as I was saying, an airport is like a city. So basically, it's not only the face-to-face interaction, but it's everything. From the website, the mobile application, to even the ambience or the infrastructure that we have at the airport. And of course, customer experience, it's something that's to be managed. And that's something that in your question that you were referring about strategy, about customer experience. That's something really important to me, that customer experience is something that's needs to be managed. So it's customer experience management is really a practice of designing customer experience and of course employee experience in always reacting to the customer interaction, but also to customer needs and expectations. So basically, it's an ongoing process to listen the customer, to react to customer, to design an experience, to delight the customer. So, and of course, the main outcome to that is to increase customer satisfaction, loyalty, and revenues. Because why we should do so as an airport is really because it's the best way to increase non-aeronautical revenues. Basically, we found in the ASQ research several years ago that if you increase customer satisfaction as monitored by the ASQ program, you're going to increase non-aeronautical revenues for the airport. So it's something really important to manage. So basically, what is airport customer experience? So for us, for the airport, and that's something really important for me, it's not the wow effect that we can deliver. That's true, that's part of that, but it's mainly consistency. Consistency in the delivery by the airport. So customer journey consistency, that's something really important. So basically, the way that you're interacting with an airport, communicating the channel that you use, no matter the channel, that should be the same experience. So if you decide to speak to someone, to go on the website, to use the mobile application, that should be the same message, the same approach, the same good experience. Emotional consistency. Because customer experience is all about emotion, it's all about human interaction, it's all about human experience. You need to have the same good customer experience, the same good positive emotion each time. So no matter the day, no matter the week, the seasonality, at the end, it's the same good emotion that you live at the airport. And something really important as well, and that's something that I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on it, communication consistency. So basically, promises made versus promises kept. Basically, it's marketing and communication, all the things that we do by promoting our airport, and then the operation on the customer experience. And basically, what you're delivering needs to be really the same thing that you're promoting. You can say, oh, I'm the most enjoyable airport in my communication. I'm not delivering that, because by doing so, you're raising expectation. So that's really for the airport. But now speaking about the traveler, speaking about the customer. So customer experience is perception, that's true. But their perception is their reality as well. So this is why it's so important to focus and to listen to the customer. And basically, as a customer, a good customer experience is, first of all, success to accomplish my goal. Why I'm going to the airport, why I'm traveling. Emotion, really basically how I feel during all the interaction, and effort to accomplish their goal. So basically, these days, no one wants to put too much effort as doing something. Everything needs to be frictionless, easy, fun. So that's also something really important. So that part of the strategy is really to focus on that as an airport. Consistency, listen the traveler. But basically, as I said, customer experience is something that needs to be managed. It's the structure approach. And something that we've been promoting to ACI, to airport, is really to use this model. So the customer experience management model. Basically, it's really easy. There is 8 domains that you need to apply at your airport. Of course, no one could be an expert on everything, but basically it's to be aware of that and to make sure that you're going to find the right resources at your airport, to make sure, like a bit like a maestro, that even though you're not playing all the instruments, that you have an idea about what's going to be the final outcome. So first thing, as a strategy, customer understanding. And understanding is really important. It's not enough to know, it's to understand the customer. And how do you do so? Voice of customer with products such as the ASQ benchmark, to use, for instance, journey mapping, passenger personas, and so on. So basically, it's to have a lot of tools to collect, to gather customer information. Strategy, and I'm not referring to business strategy, I'm really speaking to have a customer experience positioning, something that you want to deliver to the airport, something that you're going to deliver, or something that your customer is going to feel across the customer journey. Of course, you need to set up some KPIs, some measurement aligned with the strategy. You need to have a way of managing operational improvement, because an airport is all about operation. Governance is key as well. So basically, to set up some governance model approach to make sure that you're always working on the right direction, doing the right thing for your customer, and to have some kind of loop, feedback loop, to make sure that you're still in the right direction and your strategy was the right one. Something really important to me as well, airport culture. And culture, it's something really important because you cannot speak about customer experience without developing, nurturing a culture within your airport. And that's maybe a fundamental strategy for an airport. It's to go further than processes, it's to go further to a lot of things that we do. It's to develop something, a DNA of your airport, a culture within your airport. And culture for me, a basic definition, basically, it's what I'm gonna do as an employee when no one is watching. So basically, no colleagues, no manager, I'm in front of the customer, what I'm gonna do as an extra mile, what I'm gonna do for this person, because I know it's the right thing to do. So it's not in my job description, but I know it. So, and that's something that needs to be developed. And of course, in order to do so, you need to assess the level of engagement, you need to listen to your employee, and that's something that I'm going to cover later on as a strategy. Service design and innovation, that's something really important. Innovation is key in customer experience. That's also something that we're going to speak later on about new trends, about the impact of technology, but innovation, it goes beyond technology. Innovation is really everything that you do, small, big, so that's something important, and you need to have a process to manage that. On the airport community and collaboration, that's really tied to the airport culture, but to me, as I was explaining at the beginning, an airport is like a city, basically. And as a city, you have to make sure that everybody is collaborating in the right direction, because basically, as a customer, when I'm traveling to an airport, I don't care who is managing what. At the end, it's a good or bad experience. So you have to make sure that we are all working in the same direction with the same objective, delivering a good customer experience and, of course, satisfaction as well. Part of the strategy that you really need to apply as an airport, these days, you cannot focus only on the customer experience management. You need also to manage the employee experience. Basically, employee experience is really, it's quite similar to customer experience. It's really all about perception that you have across all the interaction that you have at your organization. So that could be with your workspace, the culture, your colleagues. It's a lot of things. But at the end, that's the way to create a good or bad experience. That's going to have an impact, of course, on the culture. That's going to have an impact on employee engagement. And engagement is really key to deliver customer experience. And to be engaged, to me, it's really more than just to be satisfied. To be engaged as an employee, it's also, of course, to understand and to share the same values, to understand the mission, the vision, to really know what I need to do. But also, it's all about knowing what I have to do and having the right tool to do so. So basically, training is key. To manage employee experience. Training is key to provide the best tool to make sure that we know what we have to do of communication as well. And as you can see on the screen, there is a lot of factors contributing to employee experience. So the culture, meaningful work or purpose, that's something these days is really important. The management, the trust, having possibility as an employee to voice my opinion, technology workspace, as I was saying, having the tool, the training to know the ambience, something that's we forget, and of course, growth opportunity. So now going back to really trends and innovation and strategy to apply. So it's really important, I was saying at the beginning, as an airport, it's to have a way of managing the customer experience. So this is why I've presented this model. It's really important to listen to the customer. So having tool, voice of customer, survey and so on listening and reacting to that. So this is why understanding the customer experience trend, it's fundamental to innovate, but also just to meet basic requirements from your customer, because their expectation is always evolving. So it's not because you're doing something now that's going to be the right thing to do in a month, in a year. So you need to continue to listen, to adapt. So that's something really, really, really important. So this is why we have the ASQ Global Travel Survey. It's an annual research and annual reports, totally free for ACI members. And basically, we track new customer behavior, we track new customer trends. And what we are seeing is really the balance between human touch and technology. On the automation for seamless or frictionless journey. So that's something really important. And we will see later on the breakdown, but we know already that 68% of travelers are favor for more technological and automated approach at your airport, and with the purpose of making their journey more fluid, more frictionless. So each time that we implemented technology, it's really important to think about not only the technology, but the impact on the customer, the user experience, basically. I'm going to show you a breakdown, something really important that depending to the moment touch, the impact and the importance is not the same. And something that sometimes we forget, the passenger personas. So depending to your profile, your personas, maybe you're more interesting or more willing to use technology than others. So each time that you think about something, don't think only about one side fit all, but think about all the personas that you have at your airport or their profile. That's also some best practices. Something that we are seeing in terms of new customer behavior is really the travelers want to regain control over their journey. So basically, in order to reduce the stress, they want to understand what they are living, what is happening, what they can expect. So everything that you can do, and technology is a good way to do so, because basically by having live data, live information about waiting time, about what is happening, in order to manage the stress, but also to manage the wayfinding and so on, that's something really important. So real-time access to information, to have a less stressful journey, but also try to use this data to customize the customer experience, because now people is expecting to have something fitted their persona, their profile, something customized for them. Emotional engagement as well. So as I was saying, customer experience is all about emotion. So now we need to have an emotional bond with our supplier company and in our industry with the airport and all the community. So find opportunity to create emotional engagement. People are already also willing to pay more for some premium experience services. What we are seeing is the lounge industry is growing. We are seeing even not frequent flyers, even a family or to people traveling eco, that they want to have access to a lounge. They are willing to pay for an access to a lounge. They are willing to pay for a fast track. I know that it's not always possible to have enough space to do so or to provide fast track, but we are seeing more like people willing to pay for better experience. And something really important to create as a strategy to develop a good customer experience, create an emotional engagement, is to use entertainment option to enhance experience. And that is what? Use cultures, because basically you may have something unique in your culture. Showcase your culture by art, by explaining your history. Developing a sense of place is fundamental. Sense of place, it's something that you can do through culture, through food as well. That's something really powerful to convey a sense of culture, a sense of belongings. Use also all the multimedia technology thing that we can see. A lot of airports are really good on that to create kind of experience, emerging experience, showcase some nice stuff, because these days airport is becoming more and more as a destination. So basically, for a lot of customers traveling, no matter it's for business, vacation, start at the airport and end up at the airport. On the airport, now it's part of the experience. On the airport, sometimes it's something that I'm going to connect to this one because I know that this one is unique for the experience, unique for the retail, unique for a lot of things. Or I'm going to go to this airport because I want, of course, my goal is to visit this city or this country, but I know that this airport is part of the experience. So airport as a destination as well. So that's something that really, really important. So that's kind of stuff that you can do really to manage. Something like I was explaining originally, it's the balance, how to find between technology and human touch. So basically, it's on the study, we see that depending to the moment of truth or the touch points, some customers are more willing to use or not technology. So light blue, it's really in favor of human assistant. Dark blue in favor of technology and automated solution. So basically, you can see that pretty much everywhere, technology has an important role to play. Sometimes it's even more important than the human touch. But to me, it's really to understand the customer profile. Also, it's to use technology to free up the staff for them to be able to go further, just basic answer, basic stuff, and to create positive emotion. So basically, it's really to use technology to make sure that the staff is going to create some kind of emotional engagement, like I was saying. So that's also something that we found in the last ISQ Laboratory survey. that you can find of ACI World website. So, but basically you're going to receive the slide as well. Something else also really interesting in terms of in terms of new technology solution for a fluid journey. As you can see, and we are tracking the evolution of that, but more and more customer is willing to use self-service solution at the airport. Really important because that's something we can help the airport to manage the flow and to deliver better experience of airport solutions. Biometric is growing. Of course, sometimes the reality is not the same depending to the country or the region. Virtual queuing is growing as well. Digital identity also to replace physical passport. The online shopping, a bit less popular, but still there though. So that's pretty much what I would recommend. So if I would have to summarize, really to have a structured approach to manage customer experience, some airports are using, for instance, ACI customer experience accreditation to help them to better organize. The customer experience accreditation is really based on the model that I've presented, the 8 domains. Basically, you listen to your customer, leverage innovation and technology, on focus on the employee experience, because at the end, customer experience, it's the human experience. And there is human speaking to human. So don't forget that. Focus on the customer, but focus also on the employee, your employee, but also all the stakeholders involved at the airport. And that concludes my presentation.
Dimitri, thank you for sharing such valuable insight with us. The information you provide us is invaluable for anyone seeking to expand their knowledge and advance in this field. If there is nothing further you'd like to add, I would like to proceed with my questions to Mr. Kevin Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mr. Kevin, now I'd like to ask you 2 separate questions about hospitality. My first question is, what does hospitality represent in your airport's culture, and how does your airport ensure a seamless and memorable experience for passengers from arrival to departure? And my second question is, what key training programs does your airport implement to ensure your team and stakeholders provide high quality service? Like, how do you keep them motivated?
Okay, let's start with the first question about hospitality and how we keep enhancing the passenger experience in our airport. So can you see my screen, the PowerPoint working? Yeah, is that it? Yeah. So actually, let's start with the vision, mission, and values of Hong Kong Airport Authority first. Hong Kong International Airport first. Actually, in our mission statement, one of the mission statement is strive to exceed customer expectation. So it is in the core of our mission to and try to exceed customer expectation. So every staff and every contractor working in Hong Kong Airport will try to do this. And we are also not just looking at a single point of customer service. We are looking at the whole journey. That means from the start, from when you leave home and go to the airport and arrive at the airport, and then arrive at the final destination. We try to create experience throughout the whole journey. So actually, we have a long way in this airport experience. For when we first start, we focus mainly in infrastructure management, and then flow management, and then we start trying to focus on experience management, and of course, passengers' expectations keeps increasing. So now we will try to make ourselves to focus into experience creation. So how do we do that? As just we said, we are transforming from infrastructure management to experience management business. So how do we do this? So we have mainly 4 main themes. So we will focus in the ambience transformation of the of the airport, because we think that the whole space is actually a very important part of the airport passenger experience, and also technology. Just what and then Mr. Dominic just said, technology is also important. And also we will have the third one. We will we will create a fun terminal to create more engaging experience inside the terminal. And lastly, of course, it's about human touch. We will create a caring terminal environment to make sure all the services is good and all the facilities is personalized, that sort of thing. So let me try to give you more examples. Start with the ambience transformation first. In the past few years, during the COVID, it's a very difficult time, but we make use of this time frame to upgrade our facilities. So we make use of that period to create an entirely new airport experience. So we create a lot of media walls with digital art, and we have the Sky Bridge in the airport area connecting our main terminal to a satellite concourse. You can see we can aircraft and can actually taxi right underneath the Sky Bridge. So inside the terminal, we have a lot of feature zones. We also have revamped all the all the toilets inside the terminal to create a new ambience. And we also have a lot of new lounge experience. So this is the boarding gate. At the right lower corner is actually our old previous generation of boarding gates. So the new boarding gates now is more modern and have a lot of more digital, a lot of technology and modern features in it. And seatings, we have very many different kinds of seatings implemented into the airport to provide different experience to different kind of passengers. Like say, for example, if you want to have a rest, we have some resting area, the resting chair. And if you want to do some work, we have some cubicles, so you can hide and do your work before you then do some business. And if you want to have some snacks, we also have some dining table inside our terminal. And then we have some feature zones for different types of passengers also. The one is the recharge, and the one with some digital and cinema experience. And the third one, we call it the bus, mainly for the children to play inside. And we also have to enhance the terminal to have two wild facilities. One is a very big children play area, and we also make use of the little space inside our terminal to create a outdoor area, which is called the Sky Garden. So if you want to breathe some air, you can go there to enjoy the sunlight. And also inside our terminal, we engage with a lot of local artists in Hong Kong to create some art piece. So while passenger is waiting inside the terminal, they can know more about the culture of Hong Kong. And one interesting thing, we put a very large international chest inside our terminal. So during transit time or the boarding time, there's a lot of passengers really playing with it, and then they have some competition inside. It's really interesting to watch them enjoying playing chess inside the terminal. So the next theme is about smart terminal. Of course, with a lot of technology, we now use a lot of automation and big data analysis, AI analysis, wireless network. And of course, one of the most important one is about the flight token. We can now use a biometric, the facial recognition to create a flight token. So when passenger starts from the check-in and then go to self-backdrop and then the e-gate and e-channel and boarding, they no more in the later part of the journey, they no more need to take out the passport. They just use the face to do the reconciliation, to do the identification. So it will be a touchless and seamless journey for them to pass through all the checkpoints to the boarding gate. So this is a very good and very convenient technology for the passenger. Also, about future retail experience, we have also just launched the unmanned shop inside our terminal. There is 24 hours operation, and then you just go inside and pick your things and then play with credit card, and then you can go. And also we also have a futuristic robot which can make cocktail to you. So this is also one of kind of using technology to enhance the retail experience. So about the fund terminal side, we have a lot of local arts program, and to create a wow customer experience. Wait for a second, the slide have stopped. Oops. Sorry, is the slide working?
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay, okay, it's working right now. So this is just some other examples of art exhibition inside our terminal. Apart from art, we also have a lot of digital art pieces right now. So this is an interactive waterfall in our arrival hall. It's quite interesting, and many kids play around during they wait for their families in the arrival hall. And the last one is about the caring terminal. So we create a lot of personalized facilities inside our terminal, inside our airport. And also we extend our services outside the airport. Like say, for example, we have a lot of off-airport check-in center in the railway station. And also we extend the home baggage check-in service. So there will be a contractor. If you book this kind of service, the contractor actually will go to your home and then collect your luggage. So when you go to the airport, your hands are free. You don't need to take things with you. So we extend the airport experience to the point that before you arrive at the airport, we are already provide some kind of services. And of course, we also have developed a very prestigious experience, which is called a very new business called the HKI VIP Lounge. This is a lounge we will provide. Actually, we have our own dedicated CIQ custom immigration channel inside. So when you go inside the lounge, we will provide. We have our in-lounge check-in, and then we have the dedicated CIQ channel, and then we will provide some high-quality food. And you can wait outside, wait inside until boarding. We will have a limousine to bring you to the flight. So this is a seamless, prestigious service that we just launched to create a even higher customer experience to a different kind of passengers. So of course, how we keep improving. So it is actually a continuous improvement process. So we always, from different channels, we listen to feedbacks. We will analyze the pain points and then observe, do some survey to observe, to understand the emotion of different kinds of passengers, so that we can develop future plans to see what kind of improvements that we can provide in the future. So in short, we are not afraid to go slowly, but of course we are afraid of standing still. So we will keep evolving and do better and then better. So this is how we handle. This is how hospitality represent in Hong Kong International Airport, and this is our method to keeps improving. So right into the next section about training programs. So I will briefly separate into two parts. So actually, from the core of our customer service is from our hearts to yours. So this is it has been our core as customer service culture throughout all these years. So we have our own frontline customer service team, and mainly will handle inquiries from our passengers inside the customer service counter. And also have our ambassador, senior airport ambassador standing inside the terminal to help customer also. So basically, when we train our staff, we have our own customer service performance standard. We will mainly group it into 6 main steps. First of all, the service officer will start with a greeting, and then addressing Yes, addressing the use the customer title to address the customer first in the next step, and then ask what kind of information that they can help to provide to them. And then, of course, our staff will have to show empathy. And then when we have provided a solution, and we will also ask and is there any other alternatives that we can provide, any other further question that we can answer, any things that we can further help. And the closing, we will always end with a warm closing. So we will keep all these 6 steps as a standard for our customer service. Oh, and of course, grooming is also very important. All our staff will be trained to keep a very high standard of grooming. We have a set of different sets of standards for male and female service officer. And of course, how we keep up with the performance standard. We will have, of course, our supervisor will perform the on-site performance check. And also, we will from customer feedback, like say, for example, we will receive viewpoints, letters, complaints, that sort of thing, to see whether our service is up to standard or not. And of course, we will also arrange some mystery passenger survey. So we will test our frontline customer service officer to see whether our quality is up to standard, the performance is up to standard or not. So we have our own regular training, monthly meetings, and sharing section, and to share the latest behavior of our customers and the latest kind of question that the passenger ask. So we also have a lot of team buildings, communications, and some specially designed workshop like stress handling, conflict management, and also PR and passenger in need handling, and also some racial equality, that sort of thing. So we will have a regular training program for them. Apart from training, we also have a reward program for if the staff is doing good in their performance. So the objective, of course, is to do some provide some encouragement for them and to uplift the staff morale. So we, as what I've just said in the previous slide, we have our performance standard. So we will have a score sheet. We will always audit their performance. So if their performance is up to standard and the attendance is very good, we will have a quarterly per every quarter. We will have a prize for them. They can choose their own price, right, below, which is below 500 Hong Kong dollars. So each quarter, I need to present prize for the outstanding staff. It's very interesting because most of the staff will buy some personal care items like lipsticks, lotions, that sort of thing. So actually, they are using the money to improve their grooming standard, and they are also happy to find try new products during the for the duties and to improve their grooming. So also this is also a very good chance to communicate with them during when I do the price presentation. So encouragement, I can share that we can share that encouragement is very important to keep the morale of the whole team. So this is about our own customer service officer. So we also do a lot of work to cultivate a customer service culture within the airport community. So training plus some service campaign. So the airport community is very big. Frontline officer there's a lot of frontline officer. So we will also provide some tailor-made regular seminars to them. So, like for example, for the airlines and passenger handling agent, we will do some quality customer service training to them, and for the retail staff, we will also tailor-made some conflict handling and conflict handling and seminars to them to train up to refresh their customer service skills from time to time. And of course, staff appreciation is always also important. So we also organize campaign airport-wide and to encourage company to to reward some of the outstanding staff. And of course, every year we will have a customer excellence program, which will present some prize for the high performance staff within the airport community. We will do it every year. So this is the photo taken last year during Christmas time. So at each event, about 500 representatives from the airport community will come to join this ceremony. So let me end the PowerPoint and the presentation. So this is always our core culture, from our hearts to yours. So thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. We greatly appreciate these insights. Hearing about Hong Kong Airport's advancements in hospitality firsthand is truly valuable. Thank you once again. With your permission, I'd like to proceed with my questions to Mr. Abdülkadir Demirtaş from IGA Istanbul Airport. So, Mr. Abdülkadir, welcome once again. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. I would like to direct another question to you, if it's okay.
Please.
Okay, Mr. Abdülkadir, can you share some of the best and rare practices your airport, Istanbul Airport, has implemented in hospitality? Like, what impact have these practices had? And then we would like to hear more about segmentation. As you know, segmentation is a challenge for all of us today. So how does your airport, Istanbul Airport, approach serving passengers from diverse cultural backgrounds?
Sure, Asena. First of all, I would like to thank you, speakers so far. Both of them were great. Very, very, very inspiring presentation. My colleagues, they explained all details. Thank you very much. Again, I'm very impressed from their presentation. I would like to start how customer experience has been working at Istanbul Airport. Actually, our target is creating customer-centric culture. So one of the most important factors is hospitality. That's why our motto is, our business is hospitality. This is very meaningful and powerful motto. I would like to show you our strategy house. As you see that our business is hospitality is the top of priority for us, and our guest promise is we are always with you, with passengers at Istanbul Airport. This is our guest promise, and we really focus on to create customer-centric culture throughout the airport. How we do it? We focus on passengers' needs and expectations. So we are trying to discover the pain points throughout the journey. What is the expectation? Okay, so we will focus on passengers' expectations and needs, and our passengers are segmented based on their needs. As you see that right now there are 8 main segments that we focus on, and we are trying to provide better experience for each segment. And of course, we are working with our stakeholders to provide the similar service level at each interaction. So it's not so easy because providing the same service level at each interaction is really difficult, but it's essential for being customer-centric airport. So we work with our stakeholders, we work with our passengers, and we work with many departments to provide better experience to our passengers. The next slide. But that's why we need to have unique differentiation point, and Turkish hospitality concept is the perfect match. What exactly we want to do, what exactly we want to achieve, because Turkish hospitality, it comes from our DNAs, and we know very well what is the hospitality from our families, and it is perfect explanation how our employees trade to our passengers. It was very basic, simple, and powerful match to explain our employees. So there are basic 5 steps. It starts with preparing, and then smiling and welcoming, conversation, caring, and lastly, forward. It's very simple but very useful methodology to explain our employee, our stakeholders, and feel our passengers. Turkish hospitality concept is the center of our customer experience strategy. We put it the center to our strategy. And of course, we know that the importance of passenger expectations. For instance, a woman comes to airport as a mother, her needs and expectations different. The same woman comes to airport as a businesswoman, her expectations are different. So, in the light of this vision, we know that, and also Dimitri mentioned that there is no room for one size fits all. So we provide different solutions, different services to each passenger's expectation. So what we did exactly, we put the Turkish hospitality at the center of our strategy, and also we provide different solutions for each passenger's expectations. I would like to share some examples. For instance, disabled guests, because we focus on the independent travel. So we provide standard services, but also we would like to go beyond the standard services, and we provide different solutions to disabled guests, and there are 4 different subsegments under the disabled guest. And for families with children, we provide some playground area, we provide free fast track area, we provide some strollers and something like that. And also we provide some solutions for elder guests, new generation, global guests comes from the different cultures, and also we focus on business people. So also we focus on guests with pets, and of course we provide some special service to premium guests. These are the main segments, but also we focus on sub-segments, because all segments divided different sub-segments. So actually there are 25 different sub-segments, and we are serving different services based on their expectations and needs. So, conclusion, Turkish hospitality is at the center of our strategy, and we focus on the different segments, and we provide the different various services to them. I would like to share some examples, some details about these services, but how we create these services. As Dimitri mentions, that listening to people and discovering their pain points is the key factor to understand their expectations and their pain points. At Istanbul airport, 11 different customer satisfaction surveys are conducted regularly. We conduct qualitative and quantitative surveys, such as face-to-face survey, and Wing Kim said that mystery shopping or ACI ASQ survey. Also, we conduct some benchmark visits to other airports, not only the aviation sector, but also we benchmark from different sectors. For instance, we benchmark with finance sector, we benchmark with insurance sector, we benchmark with hotels or hospitals. These different segments, we learn many things regarding customer experience from different sectors, not only aviation sector. But I would like to mention that neuromarketing research. We conduct neuromarketing research to understand the stress level of passengers' journey. Actually, there are two steps in this survey. First step, our real passengers, they are using the eye tracking device, and they experience the whole journey from the passport control to the gates. And these eye tracking devices show us their stress level for each touch point. After this eye tracking journey, we conduct one-to-one in-depth interview with the passengers to understand the reason of this stress level. There is a very professional moderator, and this moderator asks some questions to understand the stress level of the passengers. I would like to share some real examples. After this neuromarketing survey, what we did, actually, this corridor, there was a lighting problem, navigation problem, and this corridor a little bit dark. This corridor goes to the restrooms. After the neuromarketing, we redesigned these areas. Actually, there were 10 different restrooms corridors. As you see that, it is more light, flowers and colors. These corridors have been relit, and it has new design to reduce stress level of our passengers. And also, of course, we conduct surveys with our passengers, but also we provide channels. Right now, there are 19 different channels, both traditional channels such as call center, mail, but also we provide digital channels. By using these channels, our passengers, they can reach us. For instance, we provide website live support or WhatsApp bot. WhatsApp bot is very useful for our passengers. Also, our passengers, they can use mobile app virtual assistants. As you know that social media is very crucial, very important for for people. So they can reach us they can reach us via Instagram bot. And also at the terminal, there are welcome robots. And our passengers, they can ask some questions, and our robots, they help them to answer their questions. Another example I would like to share, flight tracking on WhatsApp. What we did exactly, there are hundreds and hundreds FIDS screen at the terminal, and passenger ask, where's my gate? And they would like to know flight time. So every time they stop, they check the FIDS screen. But what we did, we put a QR code near the FIDS screen, when a passenger, they can use the QR code, they directly access the WhatsApp channel, and then they can ask whole questions, and they at WhatsApp bot answer the passengers' questions, flight times, gates, or restaurants, or any questions our WhatsApp bot answer. By doing this, passengers, they feel more safe and comfortable because they don't need to check every time FID is secret. When they access the WhatsApp channel, they can have notification from our WhatsApp bot, and this solution is very useful for our passengers. And last solution for disabled peoples. According to research, disabled people, of course, they can have assistance service from ground handling company, but this is not an independent experience. This is a dependent experience. Assistance service, they help them, but they are looking for an independent experience. We provide a simple mobile application, indoor navigation solution for blind people. When our passengers, when they use mobile app, indoor navigation system, this navigation system help them to find their direction and location by voice guidance, and they can find their gates, they can find a restaurant, they can find a restroom, what they need. And this is very helpful solution for blind passengers. Conclusion, understanding passenger needs and discovering pain points. After that, provide the right solution is very important to provide customer-centric culture. That's it, Asana.
Mr. Abdulkadir, thank you very much for your valuable insights. I'm also so happy to moderate this webinar session because Mr. Win Kim was my manager during my second term in Incheon Airport. And I had a chance to work with him in the same team. Once again, welcome. And my first question to you, how does your airport, Incheon Airport, leverage technology to enhance hospitality? Like, what recent innovations have had a significant impact? And also, can you share some of the best and rare practices too about your airport has implemented in hospitality?
Okay, thank you for asking the questions. And I'm really glad to share our practices with the people in IGA and some potential audiences from other entities or airports. And before I answer the question, I want to share, I want to first answer the question about the technology application or technology innovation at Incheon Airport. We call it digital transformation. And like many airports in the world, of course, Istanbul Airport, Hong Kong, of course, and many other airports in the world, they are digitizing their airport operation, and Incheon is not exception, of course. And actually, we declared this year as the first year of digital transformation. And we have set up digital transformation roadmap. And today, I'd like to share some of our smart airport project. So first, I want to talk about no queuing experience at Incheon Airport. This is quite a bold statement, but this is kind of our aim to become somewhere in the future. We believe like less queuing is true backbone of airport operation. Customer would consume their time and more interesting places at the airport using the saved time from queuing. And Incheon Airport launched a biometrics-based project called SmartPass last year for that purpose. And Incheon Airport SmartPass project conceives to cover all passenger departure touch point from ticketing, backdrop, passport check before the security screening, and duty-free and shops, F&B. So all the passenger touch point will be covered by biometrics technology, meaning like passengers do not need to present their passport anymore. And of course, that reduce the queue. So those reduced queuing time can be used otherwise in more exciting or interesting areas. Actually, at this moment, SmartPass covers only passport check here. However, we expect passengers at Incheon Airport will enjoy the queue-less and complete passport-less travel as early as June next year. So lots of the touch point will be covered by biometrics, and those are the preparations are undergoing. And next one, I want to talk about no bag experience. Now passengers can check in at their hotel without carrying their bags to Incheon Airport because we set up easy drop kiosks at hotel in the city, and of course hotels near Incheon Airport. And passengers can check their bags at the hotel, reclaim their bags at the destination airports. As for the arrival bags, we have launched a service called Easy Pickup, and this Easy Pickup service is currently available only to PRM passengers. However, now we are in discussion with Korean Customs to expand the coverage of the service to the general passengers. And next, what we are focusing on is robotics technology. And in Incheon Airport has been deploying robots over the terminal for many years. Maybe Asena, you checked those robots. You're already familiar with those robots when you worked with us. Yep. And at this moment, we are operating robots to provide airport use information and passenger assistance, like passengers carrying the hand carry bags and food delivery. And also, this is on the POC. However, we are going to deploy those the robot dogs, four-legged robots for patrol and EOD operations. And also, we are putting robot arms along the conveyor belt in BHS area in order to the facilitate the baggage handling process. At the same time, we are also looking at the possibility of deploying those humanoid somewhere in the future for the hospitality purposes. So actually, we are under discussion with certain company how we can actually bring this humanoid into airport terminal. And this is actually a small short video of our robot operation. So hope you are enjoying. And also, I want to share some the proof of concept project of robot dogs from Boston Dynamics, and actually, this one shows the patrolling use case, and this one is actually some kind of the hospitality or an entertainment purpose use case of the robot dog at Incheon Airport, and also we're gonna use this kind of mobility called Air Ride to bring passengers from one place to their the boarding gate. And And also, what we are looking at is like the innovating how airport provide the user information as well. And on top of this, the traditional way of information provision through mobile phone or digital kiosk, we are preparing to launch AI human kiosk based on large language model. So customers will feel they are talking to human being in communication with the AI kiosk, and they are capable of respond much complicated and personalized inquiry from the customers. So this is kind of quite exciting, the digital transformation project we are working on. And I believe other airports also have many other exciting projects. So I think we can have more exchange kind of activities in this direction. And as for this second question, that was about how do we provide rare or unique service, right? And I think in order to answer that question, actually, I need to start from our new vision called Vision 2040. And we set up a new vision called 2040 to adapt ourselves in kind of ever-changing kind of post-pandemic environment. And our vision statement is beyond an airport, changing the world. And this actually indicates our desire to lead the future airport industry through digital transformation and new value creation. And actually, to align with this vision, we also defined our new customer experience objective, which is to make Incheon a place where people want to visit. And in order to make it happen, we found that we need to provide customers with kind of unique value, which Incheon can excels in comparison with other airports. So to achieve our new customer experience vision or objective, we found that we need to focus on new advanced technology, like I showed you before in the previous slides. And also we found that we need to break out of traditional concept of airport as a transportation infrastructure. So in this particular part of presentation, I want to actually give my focus on this this segment. So actually, like based on our new focus in customer experience, we identify 3 differentiators which can make Incheon an exceptional place, bringing new value and excitement to the customers. So those 3 differentiators are the digital transformation, airport as destination, and art and culture airport. And as I already explained, digital transformation. So from now on, I want to focus on airport as destination and art and culture project. So first part is airport as destination. One of our strategic priority actually goes to the development of airport economic zone. And we have 4 themes in the development of concept. And one of the theme is airport-centered tourism to generate passenger traffic. So we believe the airport can become the tourist center, and that's why one of the theme is airport-centered tourism. Sorry. We want to develop Incheon Airport and our surrounding area as attractive destination by itself, and to make this place attractive enough for the people to visit by itself. So as you can see in the slide, we have 2 main integrated resorts in operation nearby Incheon Airport. One is Paradise City Resort, runs like 700 guest room, casino, retail, and spa. and many other entertainment facilities also in there. And more recently, we have Inspire Resort opened March this year, and actually this is kind of even bigger facility than in Paradise City, with the capacity of 1,200 guest room, casino, and K-pop concert arena and water park is built inside of this resort. In addition to the resort complex, we are also we have planned to develop a landmark complex around Terminal 1 parking area, and the landmark will serve as airport terminal, and at the same time it will work as kind of multi-purpose space, including shopping, esports, online sport events, and media arts, and also conferences. And we believe the resort complex and landmark will deliver kind of unique, enjoyable experiences, and we hope to see more people come back to Incheon only to see those attractions. And another differentiator I want to introduce to you is like art and culture airport concept at Incheon Airport. And this is quite similar to what Hong Kong Airport presented before. This art and the culture, the airport concept, we generated this concept as the airport converges people from many parts of the world, of course. So we think the terminal is an ideal place to exhibit the national cultural heritage and modern pop culture. And coincidentally, recently Korean cultural contents have been receiving attention internationally. So we thought it is quite good opportune moment for us to push forward the art and culture airport concept no later than now. We offer fine art exhibition in terminal museums to showcase the beauty of Korean tradition and modern culture, and organize art performances, concerts across the terminal in collaboration with many Korean pop artists. We also have planned to develop Incheon Airport as an art hub, and for this purpose, we are developing an fine art storage, look like this, as the first phase of the project, and as second phase, we want to develop art gallery, and in the end, we want to develop art museum. Apparently, Incheon is, of course, Korea is home of Korean culture. So upon completion of the project, Incheon will become an iconic place where people can enjoy the beauty and attractiveness of jewels of Korean cultural asset, which no other airports in the world can imitate, actually. So I think the development of mega entertainment complex and art and culture airport project is quite unique practices of Incheon Airport. So this is the end of the presentation, and I really want to thank ACI. Actually, thanks to the ACI World's great initiative like ASQ or CX Customer Experience Accreditation, the average service level of the airport community actually enhanced generally. So in this environment, I think airport need to constantly develop services which differentiate them from other airports. So for this reason, Incheon has been constantly innovating ourselves to generate new ideas and bring them into reality. And best practices from other airports can be inspirations for the customer experience innovation of ours. So this is really great opportunity listening to Hong Kong's case and IGA's case. And I think the information sharing and cooperation among airports is very important. And in this regard, I really appreciate IGA to give us this valuable opportunity. And thank you very much, Istanbul Airport. to organize this excellent online meeting. So this is the end of my presentation, and thank you for your attention.
We are very happy to have you here with us today. So
Thank you.
before we conclude our webinar, I would like to hear from each speaker as your closing remarks about what are the primary gaps you have identified in our industry. And I would like to start with Mr. Dimitri.
Thank you very much. And once again, thank you to having me. To me, the gap, and I'm going to reiterate what I was explaining, is really to see customer experience as a customer service and to see customer experience as only focusing on satisfaction without having in mind that it's more than that. And let me explain. You need to have a customer experience positioning, something unique, something related or linked to emotion, and something that's going to distinguish your airport to others. And often in our industry, we're really focusing on operation and not on operation on human, on infrastructure, but not enough on human. And quite often we speak about processes, not enough about customer journey. So the gap is really to put ourselves in the customer's shoes and see the airport with their eyes. And I believe if we do so, and by using tools as explained by Mr. Kim, like ISQ, which is the voice of customer, like the customer experience accreditation, which is really a tool or an accreditation, allow airport to reorganize, rethink the way that they manage customer experience and to have a more structured airport. So to me, really the gap between only focusing on operation and not enough on customer, employee experience and stakeholder experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dimitri. It's great to hear all this valuable thoughts. And I would like to continue with Mr. Kevin.
Thank you very much again. First of all, it's for inviting me to join this webinar, and the sharing session is very useful, and to hear from the best practices from other airport, and the sharing is really wonderful. Regarding the primary gaps, I think that right in this moment, we think that the manpower shortage issue is really a really big trouble for us. Because after the pandemic, the labor market has actually changed a lot. So it's really quite difficult to employ new blood for the customer service industry, especially from the Gen Z. The working attitude is quite different. So even though we have successfully employed some new staff, and maybe after some training, they will resign quite very quickly because their attitude has changed a lot. Their working attitude has changed a lot. So the transfer of skills and how we can figure out a sustainable way to transfer to maintain such a good customer service standard is a primary gap and primary issue right now. This is one of it, I think. But there is a long fight. We still need a lot of we need to improve the welfare of the staff and need to figure out many new ideas to attract Gen Z to work for the airport.
Thank you for the great points. I am also Gen Z. Thank you. And I would like to continue with Mr. Abdulkadir.
Thank you, Sana. Actually, my answer is very similar. As I thought that the most difficult is providing the same service level at each interaction. By doing this, we need to have good employees, and employee experience directly affects customer experience. But at the aviation sector, turnover, unfortunately, is a problem, and finding the right employee is another problem, and happy employee to create a happy employee culture. It's actually we should increase the satisfaction level of our employees, and we should improve the training level of our employers. This is my opinion.
Thank you. I took the notes. So, for the last, Mr. Win Kim.
Yeah, actually, I already talked about the gap. I want to speak about the gap between one airport and another. And like I said, thanks to great effort of ACI World, I don't see the big gap between airports anymore in terms of the fundamental services like cleanliness or amenities. I don't see any big difference between major airports. Hong Kong provide really great services to the customers. Of course, Istanbul, of course, you are doing really great. And in this environment, I think the unique service becomes more important. Like that's why we are sharpening our uniqueness, utilizing our own modern culture recently, like K-pop or the K-music, K-movie. So those uniqueness can deliver kind of different services to the customers, and that makes customer probably happier once they see the things they cannot see in other airports. So I think differentiate oneself from other airports quite important. And in order to make differentiator, I think we need to know other airports, what other airports are doing. Then we can make difference out of ourselves. So in this case, like I said, the learning from each other is really important, and that's why this kind of the gateway talk kind of activity need to be encouraged. And really great initiative and really great job, Iga. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Win Kim. Also, thank you to all our participants for your valuable contributions today. The series we are launching today will serve as a guiding light for both us and aspiring professionals in aviation, as well as for the development of airports and airlines. So we sincerely appreciate your insights and active participation in this webinar. As we move forward, we look forward to applying the knowledge gained today in our ongoing journey of growth. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you soon.